In the quiet, there is a kind of silence that the world finds uncomfortable. It's the moment between thoughts, the pause in the conversation when nobody speaks, and the mind, anxious for something to hold on to, rushes to fill the gap. But in the older ways of this land, silence is not a gap. It is the presence itself. It is the voice of Boodjar, the country, the land, when she is speaking in her own language. The Aboriginal people across this continent, silence was never something to escape from. It was the first law of listening. Children were taught not to interrupt the land with noise, but to sit in it, to hear what the wind was saying through the paperbark, to feel what the waterhole was thinking in the late afternoon, to learn not by asking, but by being still enough for the answer to arrive. This is an education that cannot be measured, because it doesn't come from the head. It comes through the skin, through the soles of the feet, pressed against the earth. In silence, country teaches you about connection. It shows you that you are not separate from what you observe. You are the breath the trees exhale. You are the sound before sound. A man once said that we do not come into this world, we come out of it. Alan Watts. Like leaves from a tree, like waves from the sea, and in the Aboriginal sense, silence is that space of origin. It is where everything comes from and returns to. When you stop talking long enough, you begin to feel the truth of this. The earth hums beneath your body, and you realise that the silence was never empty, it was full of presence. In modern life, we fear silence. We fill it with commentary, with devices, with endless voices trying to prove they exist. The Aboriginal way reminds us that silence is the first teacher, and perhaps the only one that never lies. In silence, your heartbeat joins the rhythm of country. Your thoughts slow down until you remember. You are not here to dominate the world, but belong to it. Silence, then, is not absence. It is relationship. It is the moment the listener becomes one with what is being heard. In that union, there is no authority, no argument, and definitely no ego, only balance. And in that balance, healing happens. If the modern person could learn to sit quietly with the land, to listen instead of analyse, to feel instead of frame, they may rediscover the wisdom that this continent, this land, this Boodjar has whispered for billions of years. That everything speaks and the truest conversation happens in silence. So next time when you walk alone and the air grows still around you, don't rush to break it. That's not emptiness you're hearing. That's the land speaking. And in her silence, you are finally being heard.